done. Money. We're having fun now.
Part of every management plan. It's one of them things you got to do.
This is Venatura Excursions, proudly presented by Mummies, serving Texas since 1928.
Obviously, Mummies is very well known for our corn business, but another big part of our business is providing supplemental nutrition to white-tailed deer, mule deer, and exotic species. Now, be it a protein pellet or cottonseed, we utilize these products to help balance out those times when Mother Nature may not provide. And outside of that, also, when we're talking about post-rut stress and these bucks and even does that have been run hard during the hard winter months, we can get back in there and make sure that that nutrition is on an even plane. Here at Mummies, we spend a lot of time working with landowners to help develop a feeding program and consulting with them for the best practices on their properties. And we do this in part because we've got the experience, we're landowners ourselves, and as a matter of fact, we're about to head down to one of our properties here and do a little bit of management on that herd. We've got some deer that need to be removed so we can keep things in balance and help improve the herd on this property.
Morning. I think we're after some undesirables and just trying to clean the herd up.
Good temperature, good weather, so let's get after it.
We've got an 8-point we're going to go try and set up on. He's not coming to feed, but Trent's been seeing him cross some senderos over in this little spot. So hopping in the top drive, in addition to this 8-point we got to harvest, we also have some management goals to meet and that we need to harvest several does. Not exactly sure how many, but just it's part of the management practices we do down here in South Texas, just to balance the herd and make sure that we're not overutilizing the habitat.
So now, as opposed to West Texas being my element, we're in Lance's element here in South Texas. So, got this 8-point that Trent's been seeing. So drove out here in the top drive this morning, got the road corn, parked back here in the brush. We're just gonna sit and wait here for a little bit, and hopefully this guy shows up. He's a mature 8-point that needs to go.
So our super easy to kill 8-point that's here all the time decided to skip the meeting this morning. So we're gonna make it a little move and go see what else we can get into. Oh yeah, big old sucker. Little cascabel, rattlesnake. We were driving by here and Colin, one of the camera guys, said he heard a rattlesnake, and we backed up and walked off in the brush, and he had the big old fat healthy one. Pretty slow morning this far. Got close, we're seeing some deer, just not the right one. So I think we're gonna start working our way back, go grab a bite to eat, and circle the wagons.
Venatura Excursions is brought to you by Mummies, Horizon Firearms, and Vortex Optics. This segment of Venatura Excursions is brought to you by All Seasons Feeders, Texas-built gear for hunters who demand durability.
All right, guys, so the next few days, we're going to be down here at La Fortaleza Ranches outside of La Pryor, Texas. And our goals here are, as we said before, we need to harvest some does, we need to harvest some undesirable management type bucks off the property. And the best way to do that in South Texas is you got to be mobile. So what we're going to be doing is utilizing these top drive vehicles, which, rather than sitting in a blind, taking a shot, all the deer run away, we can be in this truck, go out and corn a bunch in senderos, and then just slowly cruise through there and take a look down these senderos and make decisions on, hey, that's a 3-year-old buck, or there's some does, let's get those harvested. But you've got to be mobile to get the numbers to meet the harvest requirements on these type of properties, as we've got 300 something does to kill, 150 bucks on this property to kill. And you simply just can't do it by sitting in a blind. We've double checked and triple checked. It is perfectly legal in the state of Texas to hunt on private property from a vehicle, okay? I'm sure we're going to get some guys on their keyboard coming at us and saying, hey, this isn't fair, this isn't legal, and hey, to each their own, but we have a job to do here. And the best way to do that job in South Texas is by using a top drive like we're using. (19.5% protein, 17.5% fat, 29.5% fiber, And one of the things about partnering with the guys at Fortified Cottonseed is they do a great job of making sure that this is a very low alpha toxin cottonseed. One thing that, good isn't always cheap, cheap isn't always good. A lot of guys will find, well, heck, I got a great deal on cottonseed, but oftentimes that alpha toxin can be pretty doggone high in it, which can be detrimental to your deer herd.
A feeder for cottonseed isn't real expensive. A post to hold this wire in a circle, and that's about it. Just any good net wire fencing will do the trick. As you can see down here, those deer just stick their snouts in those holes in that wire, and they eat that cottonseed right out of there. And you're gonna have some on the ground, but they're gonna eat it off the ground too. So pretty cheap feeder and a lot of good nutrition there.
Obviously at Mummy's, we're known for our deer corn. But for those of you that don't know, this is triple clean, apple scented, grown by farmers in Medina and Uvalde counties for hunters all over the great state of Texas.
This is Mummy's Pro Max blend. What this is our corn mixed 50-50 with a food grade yellow pea. Feed companies will mix soybean and corn, but you won't see this anywhere else that I know of. That pea by itself is actually grown to ship around the world to starving countries. They feed it to people. It's a 22% crude protein. Mixed 50-50 with the corn, it ends up at 14% protein and 2% fat. Fibers at 5%. So for people that don't have the ability to set up free choice protein feeders, you can run this through your corn feeder, give your deer an extra boost that they wouldn't get just from the corn.
All right, guys, we've been out filling feeders and just catching up on work emails and things like that. And we're headed out on our little evening run. Headed back to the same area. We're gonna try and get back on that 8-point that Trent was telling us about this morning. Hopefully harvest a few does and just see what we get into. Just got another doe here for our management program down. Came around the corner, there was a big group of does over here and found a nice mature doe that, perfect one to take out of the herd. Doe number 1 down, headed back to the truck. We're gonna go back and see what else we can get onto. It's all part about managing the herd here.
Venatura Excursions is brought to you by Silencer Co., Rugged Road Coolers, Covert Chevrolet Bastrop, and Texas Farm Credit. This segment of Venatura Excursions is brought to you by Record Rack, serious nutrition for serious deer.
We got a doe down here, we believe, at quite some distance. Just gonna check out and see what we got here.
I'm getting 508. What do y'all get?
Yeah, 506. Mr. Dope. That's how it's supposed to work. Doe down, 508 yards. Woo! Glad that worked out. Love that stuff. Sweet. New horizon. Did good on that one. 2 down. Who knows how many more to go? We're having fun now. $430, Lance. That's number 3, 430 yards, 1 hitter quitter. Surely the front ones are falling. I'm pretty sure that back one is.
Let's go check the other corn line.
What's my dope, Lance?
Number 2 even.
Y'all ready, guys? Let's put his head down. Okay. He's done. Sweet!
Told you guys he was here.
Trent, they've been telling us about this 8-point over here, that this, you know, slam dunk deal, and here we are. I mean, last night. We got him. Another 1-hitter quitter for the old Horizon 7 PRC. Whew. Congrats, dude. Thank you. Great way to end it. That was awesome. Elevation boy. Whew. Great way to end the day. Man, thanks, Trent. What a great way to wrap up the day, man.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you're the biologist here. You understand your goals and what you guys are looking for. Could you kind of expand on that a little bit? And
Yeah, so I had seen this buck last year in a You know, I tried to get him killed last year and could never get it done. And he's just, you know, great deer for somebody, but he's got not very much mass. His beam length is short. His tines aren't that great, and he's just not what we want for this piece of property.
Right,
so,
exactly, yeah.
And at his age, he's not going to get any bigger. So we decided we needed to take him.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Another great evening wrapping up here at La Fortaleza Ranches. Man, just, you know, wonderful, wonderful day in the field with you, getting those does harvested prior to this one. The Horizon was performing great tonight. And yeah, just, man, I love it down here. Thanks for having me.
Good deal. Thank you all.
Yeah, so a big part of the reason that we feed protein is to help maintain body condition on a deer. And for an 8-year-old buck, as you can see, he's in great, great body condition. But conversely, his antler growth is not doing what we'd like to see. So this buck had every chance in the world to maximize his genetic potential. He's on a great feeding program, but his antlers just aren't there. So that's even more the reason to harvest a buck like this. Take a look at this. That's why you protein feed, right there, to get bucks coming into the rut in good body condition like this.
Venatura Excursions is brought to you by Benelli Shotguns, Fortified Cotton Seed, Specialty Risk Insurance, and Lone Star Beer. This segment of Venatura Excursions is brought to you by Federal's all-new 7mm backcountry.
Yesterday morning was real slow. We only saw a few deer. We came out a little later this morning. Right now we're just cornering these senderos, just kind of prepping for the evening hunt because they seem to be a little bit better. So getting all the corn put out, and we'll come back here about 5 o'clock or so and start checking corn lines and sitting and see what we get.
Lance is up to bat tonight. Apparently while I was gone this morning, the guys got out and corned all the roads, senderos and everything for this evening. So sounds like we're being set up for success tonight.
It's 5:01 right now.
See, nice freaking broadside, dude. Money.
Shot, dude.
Thank you.
Got a hog down here. He's 510 yards, I believe. Just another great shot. These Horizons are just continue to impress us here. Good shot, dude.
Thank you.
510 yards, man.
Horizon put him in the dirt.
Oh, yeah.
South Texas is overrun with feral hogs, probably much like the rest of the nation. So every once in a while, when you get a chance, you need to try and take them out and control the population and just keep the numbers down best you can. It's hard to do.
Well, again, good shot, man.
Thanks.
On to the next one.
She turns a little bit more. Fawn's right behind her.
So we're starting to learn that Lance doesn't like to shoot anything under 500 yards. Here's another one, 504 yards. Nice big healthy doe that we're just going to cruise down here and get her out of the brush.
Another doe harvest. Doing the best we can to find these deer and take care of the ones that need to go. Good part of every management plan. Just one of them things you got to do.
We're going to talk a little bit about supplemental feeding of white-tailed deer. What we have here is a 2,000 pound free choice all-season protein feeder. The key word there is free choice. I know people like to regulate what they feed, but to get the absolute most potential out of this feed, it needs to be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Today what we're using is Mummy's new buck blend, and in that it's got a 20% deer pellet, alfalfa pellets, corn, sunflower. It tags out at 16% protein, 3% fat, so nutritionally that buck blend is on par with the deer pellet.
Closed captioning for Venatura Excursions is brought to you by Silencer Co., engineering the world's most advanced suppressors with a commitment to innovation, precision, and hearing protection. That's another adventure in the books. This is Venatura Excursions, where the wild meets refined. Presented by Mummies and proudly produced by Deep Fork Productions.